So this one has a solid spruce top, mahogany sides and back. It's a two-piece back with some bolts inside here to hold the neck on, 4 bolts, obviously. Rosewood fingerboard. See that? Get an idea of what that is. And a rosewood bridge. Now this is a pin bridge bass. Say that 10 times in a row, right? Pin bridge bass. I have the pins holding it in. This is kind of like what you would see with one of the Martin basses or some of the other basses that are out there that are this type of acoustic versus the arch tops, which are my favorite acoustics because it raises the strings up a little bit differently and connects to the bass a little bit differently. However, this is very popular. This is a good sounding bass. Now, I noticed there are a couple things that are a little funky with it. That's just adjustment things. I didn't really have a chance to adjust this to really get the best out of this. However, as far as an acoustic bass goes, it is really nice. Now the string height is high on this. Now if you are an electric player and you're used to that low action, that may be a problem. Because that low action is definitely something that you're used to. You are going to work with this a little bit. And the funniest thing is I've been playing my M bass so much that I'm getting used to that low action and the high C string. And it's kind of funny because I never thought I'd be a 5-string guy. And here I am. You know, I play the 4 and it kind of screws me up now because I'm used to that high C. This bass, however, sounds great. And the price of this Street is between $750 and $850 is what you're looking at for a 4-string. It comes with its own gig bag, which is pretty nice. And there's an important reason why you want it to come with its own gig bag. When I got my Rebecca, I had a case made for it. You kind of see it hanging in the background there next to my my bag from Groove Gear. That thing is huge. It's huge. I had to really get it set up. I had to get it set to the specs to make sure that I could get that picked up, to be able to pack that up and have it fit the bass properly, which is crazy. So just to give you a heads up on this and why the bag is so important, check out the specs across that body. So you're looking at almost 5 inches across, and right there you are almost 5 inches right there, and you're getting closer. Oh, we're almost at 5 inches there at the middle. 5 inches thick. Across the bow, let's go across here to get an idea what this is. So right there, we're looking at about 17 inches. From the neck joint to the base, to the base of the bass, we're looking at about 21 inches. So it's 21 inches there. The scale of this bass is 34 inches. So we're looking at 34 inches. Now, head stock to base, to the very bottom, you're looking at about 47.5 inches. So almost 5 inches thick and 47.5 inches long. That's a big deal. That means that if you have to replace a bag, you got to get something custom made because there aren't a whole lot of bags out there that fit these basses. Be aware of that because when you buy a bass, you want to travel with it or you want to use it and not just do kumbaya by the fire, right? We want to be able to take it with us places. So the bag with it is really awesome, and I'm going to show that again because it's cool. Kind of reminds me of the Warwick bags. Even the lettering looks like the Warwick bag with that yellow on there, but good bags nonetheless. So the bass itself is fairly loud, right? So that's acoustic. 20 frets. We got 20 frets on here, and they're actually reachable. So if I'm playing, so you can reach up to that 20 fret. Now, is it comfortable? Not incredibly comfortable, but if you're really playing in this range that much, you're probably playing a standard electric anyway, or you're playing a 5-string with a high C so that you can get in there a little bit easier. So I think of guys like Steve Swallow when I think of that. When we get up into that range up there, it just makes more sense. The bass itself sounds fairly good acoustic. Now the preamp in this is the Fishman Preamp, and the Fishman Preamp that comes with it is This is the sonic or subsonic preamp, I believe this is called. And it's got a tuner built into it. It's got some sample EQ settings as well, depending on what you want. Fishman makes incredible preamps. I love Fishman. Fishman, their acoustics, they just know how to do it. They do a great job with it. I've used their preamps on my uprights. I've used them on my electrics. I've used them on the acoustics, obviously. And they just make a really decent product. So whenever you see that Fishman kind of in there with something, you know it's pretty good. Fishman makes really good products. So this is kind of a win-win situation, especially with Spector, because when was the last time you saw an acoustic Spector, right? Yeah, probably never. I've never seen one before either. So when I saw that they put this out, and I saw this in another magazine with the bass name on it somewhere, and I was like, oh, I want to check that out. And this really does, it really does meet that criteria of what we're looking for with that acoustic sound, that acoustic playability. Now, I do have it hooked up to an amp. I'm not going to say what it's set to because I have it set pretty flat, just so that you can hear this and get an idea of what it sounds like. So I'm going to play a lick acoustic, and then I'm going to play it with the amp turned on so that you get the difference. So here I go. Simple lick, simple idea, just to hear that open E, then followed by that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the amp. I have the amp turned low. Here we go. Honestly, it sounds great. I think this bass, acoustic, it sounds wonderful. With the preamp in here. Turn up the bass again, the volume. Most definitely this will work with a band situation. You will definitely be able to hear this instrument. It sounds great. I highly recommend it. I would say, out of the Court was great. Court did a wonderful thing. They made a really excellent bass, and they do good things. Spector makes awesome basses as well. Music Man, M-Bass, they all make excellent basses. Everybody has their own niche thing that they do, and you kind of have to look into that. Now, Spector has been around for a long time, and with their first offering into the acoustic world, I think this is definitely a win. I think it needs a little bit of adjustment. Like that, you hear that there? Yeah. And that's not really them, that's me. I just haven't had a chance to take it, to really dial it in. But you don't really hear that until I play the 10th there and let it ring. And it's right in that range right there. Yeah, that's a truss rod issue that I need to fix. But overall, the instrument sounds, straight out of the box, it sounds pretty good. So I probably won't adjust the truss rod because I'm going to be shipping this back to Spector very shortly. But it's a nice instrument. If you are somebody that is looking for an acoustic to add to your sound, and you just want that extra something in there, I have a buddy named Troy who is all about Spector. And Troy is a good guy, and he plays a lot of Spector stuff. I think this is right. He would be the guy that I would recommend this bass to. I'd be like, Troy, you should definitely have this bass. And it would fit what he's doing, and it would fit the other line of Spector instruments that he has, because it's got that Spector sound, but with that acoustic tinge. Now, again, I'm not a pick player, but not a pick player, but I figured acoustic pick, somebody's going to want to ask. And it sounds sounds decent. It sounds really good. It sounds good for what it is. So my advice would be to pick one up, try it out, see if you like it. I think you will. It definitely has something special to it. It definitely is a really cool piece, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. Thanks for checking it out.